Game number 2 is getting underway right now. We're going to find out if Powder can tie up this series or if Greensheep's going to take a 2-0 lead here. Greensheep's come back from a lot of 0-2 positions to be fighting in game number 5. Hasn't really had a lot of chances to close him out early.
Yeah, for as bad as his, record looks this season, he has been in almost every one of his matches.
Which is really another big story for him. Again, he's just been down 0-2 so many times and been forcing game number 5. So that's a rare thing to be doing.
Yeah, there's almost no 3-0s on his record for the season. So, you can look at your overall record at the end of the season and see, I may have only won 4 matches or 3 matches all season. It's kind of bad. There's no sugarcoating that, and we're not going to try. But when you look at it, and he's like, he was competitive in every one of his matchups.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Somebody's got to lose. Greensheep, this is an interesting matchup to me too. Control Warrior pretty much trounces Rogue decks. The big story though is the weapons. If the Warrior can deal with every single minion that the Rogue's going to throw their way, it's difficult for the Rogue to end up winning. And with 2 antique heal bots in here, you can tell that Powder came prepared for aggression today. Yeah,
and maybe that's what happened here is Powder prepared for the Greensheep that everyone knows and perceives, the super aggressive player, and really working out amazingly for him.
That's suddenly where this choice is so powerful for Greensheep, is that he finds himself in these spots where their opponent's decks just aren't built for him.
Yeah, and you might see him switch over to a really aggressive deck next game, hoping, to catch Powder in some kind of changeup of himself.
Yeah, that was an excellent draw from Powder, about the best one in the deck.
Yeah, I would say it's probably the best one in the deck.
Still no shortage of ways to really get things done. He's going to start with Acolyte of Pain. He's hoping for a bad drop off the Shredder, but I can think of some problematic ones.
Yeah, Mana Wraith wouldn't be great. There's like... I got my first Millhouse Mana Storm the other day off of a Shredder. I was so excited.
If you guys could have seen how excited Tannen was, or you remember this, it's like the little kid like, oh!
It was like the only way I could win. The guy's like killed my Violent Shredder, and I was just gonna die if I got like a 2-2 or something like that. I just got a 4-4 because he had a Fiery War Axe pulling it. I just gave him the thanks. And then the hello.
Oh, jeez, you're that guy too. It's okay, we all are.
You have to. I mean, everyone else does it.
Powder can take out this Acolyte of Pain, but is that really the play he wants to be making right now? It's not really threatening either of his minions.
He might deny one draw, But I mean, it is a 1-2, and you have a body on board. Also, you don't want anything crazy happen like Inner Rage Whirlwind that turn, and you just get like destroyed, like.
Greensheep. He does have a second Death Bite, but he's taken a bit of damage now. Powder just rolls his eyes at the second one too. And the big story here is that Powder doesn't have a good follow-up to this. He's got antique heal bots.
You know what? It might just be good enough to get the job done, though. I mean, not to win the game, but you just need to get a body on board.
Yeah, I really don't see a circumstance where he's...
Yeah, he's got to Tinker Sharpstone Oil. You have to get value out of his card. You can't give Greensheep the entire game.
You do also want to force your opponent to use it. Like, if they have to use a Death Bite on an antique heal bot, I think you're pretty okay with that.
Yeah, you feel like you actually gained that 8 life. I love the golden anti-heal bot's little heart just dangling, He's like, I got you.
Well, 30-30. He's got him. Yeah,
oh boy.
That's a pretty saucy draw.
Oh boy.
Now that being said, he doesn't have a, unless he wants to expend the Whirlwind along with this, it can still be checked very easily.
Yeah.
So I can see Emperor Thorson hitting here instead.
Yeah, I think he's going to, and he's just not, there's a chance he doesn't use the Death Bite here.
He's playing Emperor first, he's definitely not.
Yeah.
Oh, Powder's got an uphill battle in front of him. But he did end this turn with a minion on board, which is really what he's looking for.
You might be seeing a...
this is Sap Tinker Sharpstone Oil for sure.
You might be seeing some push for a lot of damage this turn.
His hand doesn't give him the room to not move in this spot.
I thought you were about to say Rue there for a second. I was about to get excited. Thought I was going to get some good Louisiana cooking, but...
Louisiana cooking.
Miss home sometimes, man.
Just boil mud shrimp.
Oh, come on.
It tastes good.
Shrimp? Come on. It's called crawfish.
How do you spell that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Good old Louisiana cooking.
It's phonetic.
Nothing against. I'm from Louisiana, actually. I was
born there, yeah. But you were raised in Texas. Come on.
For the most part.
You know how you know someone was raised in Texas?
They have a pair of Texas boots.
No, they let you know. They make sure you know.
It's like a CrossFitter or a vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're a CrossFitter and you're a vegan, which one do you tell people you are first?
I think it just depends on if you've eaten or what you did last. Like what you did last. If you ate vegan last or if you went to CrossFit last.
Just alienate an entire community.
You're gonna get some angry tweets after this.
Slam is gonna take care of this, but again, he's sitting at 11 life right now. Yeah. This is the position that Powder was looking for, was to have outs to close this game.
Yeah, he's got an Eviscerate in his hand already. He does have a Blade Flurry as well, so he has some reach here. He's got Greensheep so low on the life total.
Vandalize will pick up extra cards. Sprint gives him a bunch of reach right now. Second Eviscerate ends the game.
It depends on if he wants to Phantom Knives against a board that has a Grim Patron on it.
I honestly don't know if he's going to have a choice. Again, he's in a spot where he doesn't have the liberty of waiting. Right. He has to take initiative.
He also knows that there's an Emperor Thoros on trigger, and there's some crazy things that can happen when that's happening.
Yep. Greensheep going to forego the armor this turn.
He's going to unstable goal here as well, right?
Has to be.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. So Powder, a couple outs do win the game here for him. There's the reload.
All right, do you just start with Prep Sprint?
Yeah, for sure.
And then you have Blade Flurry, Eviscerate behind this if you don't find anything else.
I think the Eviscerate can be held maybe for spell power.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, I don't know if he uses the Eviscerate or not. Ooh, second Blade Flurry picked up. Blood Mage Donald. So now that's going to get played before the Blade Flurry.
Yeah, if the Blood Mage lives, he's looking like he could just outright win next turn. But I don't mind daggering up either. You know, you draw a second Tinker Sharp Soil.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Suddenly you need that extra 2 mana.
That's a good point, actually.
So down to 7. Greensheep can't be comfortable with this. This is honestly a matchup at times where it can be a struggle one way or the other, but Powder's hand gave him just enough room to start attacking.
Do you push for 1 here? I think you do.
Yeah, I think so.
You
Too.
have
Every point of damage matters so much.
Blood Mage here, yeah.
Greensheep still no way to pad his life total. If he goes to 8, it's not enough to stay alive at 8.
If he's worried about his life total, you start Notion Venture trying to hit Armor Smith. I think that's what he's going to do.
I understand it's important of shield block right now. So that's not enough. Greensheep actually going to fall this game. Powder has just enough damage in his hand. Wow, so close and exact lethal. That 1 point of damage mattered a ton. Powder. This is lethal. Plays Blood Mage. You Blade Flurry. You dagger up. You attack for 1. You Eviscerate for 5. Yeah, Powder spots it. Taking his time here, though. It does feel kind of weird because you're working on +1s in this spot, but he does have the damage. And I'm glad he spotted this because initially, you could see he was counting up all his damage. This really illustrates the importance of that. You know, at times we've seen players not count everything and they fall into traps.
Well, actually, I like seeing Powder take his time and count up everything there because we actually have seen him with this deck misclick because he went through his turn a little too quickly and cost himself a game.